Hello! Today is Thursday, July the 2nd, June the 2nd. Wishful thinking. So yeah, yesterday I retrieved the package, which was indeed the visa certificate. So we got the visa certificate, we got some messages from the school, and the schedule actually for the entire first year. Earlier today I met with Nico and Gustavo, my two traveling buddies, and we made sure to finish up the paperwork, sending the passport and the visa certificate and a bunch of other stuff to the embassy in order to get our student visa put into our passports. What the hell is wrong with my eye? Nico, how's it going?
Good.
You get flashed. Not that kind of flashed. There we go. Letter to the embassy done. And here are my two traveling buddies.
Yes.
Here's Gustavo and Nico. However, there will be an entire different video dedicated to the paperwork and the application process basically in general. So last time I mentioned to you guys that I did at one point study at the university here in Sweden. I'm really optimistic about studying Japanese as first of all I'm very interested in that, and I know that I have to study something that I'm interested at. And also, I just like the concept of going and focus on that thing only. This video is to show you guys what I did in order to learn Kana in 2 days. Basically, I made my own little kind of flashcards, puzzle, memory thing. It's easier if I show you. So I believe I should still have everything left from back in the days. Let's see. This one's empty. Kana practice. This is one part of it. Here. Oh yeah. This feels full. Come on. Get out. Get out. There we go. So yeah, here they are. All these tiny pieces of paper I made myself at different occasions, really. First time I made these was at work, and whenever I was bored at work or whenever I just had the time, I decided that it was a good opportunity to practice Kana. And so what I did was to take paper, cut out these little tiny pieces with every letter or symbol or whatever you want to call them from Hiragana and Katakana, which for those of you who don't know are basically the first two alphabets that you learn in Japanese. Now it's actually insane watching the quantity, and I actually made this amount from scratch several times, because as you can see there was another one of these, and that's because whenever I found myself in a new location and I hadn't brought this from home, I made a new one from scratch because I didn't want to waste any time. Whenever there was time to practice, I wanted to do so. You may also notice how there are way more pieces here than there are letters in Hiragana and Katakana combined. But that's because I didn't only do the separate letters, I also did a few combinations. Like for example, if you combine a P and a smaller ya, it becomes pia instead of pia. So yeah, I did these combinations as well in order to get more used to them. And so I had this kind of sheet that I made. And so I turned the letters upside down and I picked one up, and then I simply just put it on the right spot. So for example, here is katakana for ke, and so I put it on the ke spot. The corner here and the arrow there was just to, more quickly figure out what part was up and down. Don't know why I did the corner. I mean, if there's an arrow pointing up, I mean, obviously that's going to be the opposites, or whatever. And apparently at the time I also did we and we, only to find out later on that these are not at all used in Japanese today, basically. So, learn them for nothing. So this is what I made. And I have some friends that still struggle with Kana. And I told them that this is a great way at least for me, was a fantastic way of learning. And by doing this, I learned Kana pretty much in two or 3 days, something like that. The thing is, yeah, it's a lot of work. You got to have a lot of patience doing these things. But the thing is that, by writing down the symbols and doing these several puzzles, you really memorize a lot while doing it. That's an important thing. Write all the time. And do like your own flashcards, because that way you practice while doing them. And as you can see, I've done that many times. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, here's another one. Here's another sheet for the variations to write ga, za, da, ba, etc. What's this? Yeah. Here we got some more. Another entire collection of letters. Oh, these are actually kanjis. Look at this. But kanji has been very difficult to practice on your own. So that is one of the things I've kind of been waiting before moving to Japan in order to properly learn. We got another one. Here's another one filled with kanji stuff. But yeah, once again, as you can see, I write everything down. I kind of have an OCD with these kind of things as well. But I think it's important to not just write a video and expect everything to sink in. I think it is very important to actually write the stuff down. I learned this lesson a lot through music, because whenever I pick out a song or figure out a song by ear, or even when I write music, I don't just sit and compose on the guitar and record directly into a software. I actually write down the tabs as I go along, because that writing down process makes you memorize things so much easier. It seems like we have some stuff scattered around in here as well. Yep. They're all over the place! It's an infestation! This is probably the very first way I practice. Probably before doing these puzzle things. And this is just, I think, simply writing down letter after letter after letter after letter. Na 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 na. So that's what I did in order to practice Kana. Just look at the Kana sheets on the internet, write them down several times, and do these kind of puzzle things, because it's very fun to sit and actually put them on the right square and stuff like that. Or at least I think so. Maybe it's very easy for you to learn Kana already. But if you find yourself struggling, take your time and try this method out. And if you actually do, please let me know if it worked well for you. See you next time!